Okay, my live stream just started. I am looking at your comments in just a moment. I'm going to be going live on Favorite It Up soon with my ex. I should customize a quick thumbnail. Making a quick thumbnail. If you're a member, say hi. Get in the habit of members only chat. That's what I'm doing until further notice, because there are a group of people who stalk me and I need to have boundaries. I'm making the thumbnail for this YouTube live stream really quick, sorry. I forgot to do that. Ugh. Okay, sorry, I'm congested. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Once the members join, I'm going to get the chat rolling. We had another issue last night. I've decided I'm not going to block her because she's a woman. And you know how I already feel about women when they get emotionally manipulated and sensitive to things that trolls say. Men, no. I block them when they're bullying. Women walk right into that trap every single time. This is why I struggle to stream with women. Because women are much easier to emotionally manipulate. And it's unfortunately a sad truth. In brief summary, I had a woman who said she has haters contact me and explain she wants to get to know me because we both are Aries, we're both women, and we both have haters. But the difference now I've learned from creators who get hate is that they have haters, I have stalkers. There was a period of time on social media where, yes, I had haters, and they were just haters. You know, they would scroll past my videos and comment things like brain rot or you're annoying and then scroll on. The mob of individuals who have become unhealthily, dangerously attached to my platforms and stalking me are stalkers. They're not haters. And until people start to understand how they stalk and manipulate and harass people in my life around me, I'm not going to be silenced. I'm not going to be silenced. I'm going to keep voicing it. I'm going to be vocal. I'm going to call it out for what it is until it goes away. So in summary, I'm not going to put recordings of her on here. Again, I don't name names and I don't commit copyright infringement. So I'm not going to sit here and show recordings of what she did and this and that, because it was a trap from the beginning. And I explained that from the beginning, that she was going to walk into a trap, and this is their tactics that they're going to use on you. And it's actually shocking. That's how manipulative these people are. That's how manipulative these people are, where I can literally give a complete blueprint layout, a complete diagram of what they're going to say, what they're going to do. And the crazy thing is she even agreed. I wish I would have had the whole thing recorded from my end when I gave her the instructions. Like, this is what they do. This is what they're going to say. These are the manipulation tactics they use. And by the end of this stream, they're going to make you think that you're a victim of me, when in reality, they planted all those seeds in your head. It's emotional manipulation. Erica, thank you. This is a members only live chat. You are a sweetheart. Thank you so much for the super chat. When I built my subscriber only chats on TikTok, I was eventually able to receive free subs that I could gift. So maybe in the future, YouTube will do something like that. But because there's so many hundreds of people stalking me right now, I have to have these healthy boundaries in place and do members only chat until things taper down. So the live event started out with what was, well, the live stream was supposed to be about human design. But when she joined, she said, you have haters and this, and this. And so I want to get to know you. And I explained, they're going to tell you lies about me that make you doubt yourself and trust them. So they build trust on lies. They're going to plant seeds of self-doubt and they're going to prey on your insecurities until you feel victimized and you feel self-doubt. And then they're going to stroke your ego so that you feel like you're on a pedestal. And then they're going to make you feel that you're a victim of me. That's exactly what I told her they're going to do. She said, yeah, what do you mean by that? I said, well, they'll say things like, don't stream with her. She's under investigation and your account could get banned. Don't stream with her. She has criminal charges and you're going to have a court subpoena to your house if you stream with her. And, oh, Andy, that's awesome. I didn't know that. She said, yeah, they did. They said that. I said, I know they do it to everyone. And she's like, so what is that? I said, it's all a lie. So the thing is, people actually believe the things they say because from someone who doesn't see that they do this every day and it's all bogus, why would anyone lie about that? Why would anyone lie about that? That's a crazy thing to lie about. So it immediately triggers insecurity and self-doubt. And they run to the trolls who they don't see as trolls. They don't see the trolls as stalkers. They just see them as people looking out for them. They look at them as heroes. And so she immediately thinks, oh my God, this person has criminal charges and they're under investigation. I'm going to keep trusting the people who are looking out for me. So they mask this heroism through, so they set it up where they are the heroes of the lies they create. So they create a lie like you're going to get banned if you stream with her because she's under investigation by the owner of the app. And the owner of the app might ban anyone she streams with. We're looking out for you. You should drop down and not trust her. So why would you be angry to a person in your comments that's looking out for you? Why would you be? It's like a hero in disguise. It's a wolf in sheepskin. And so I told her, they're lying to you so that you trust them, and then you'll feel that you're a victim of me. That's the best way I could explain it. She said, okay, well, this is about human design. So we start talking about human design. Even though she started the live stream off with a conversation about the haters. So she dismissed me when I told her the truth. So how do I say this? The live stream, yes, was about human design. But when she joined, she immediately talked about the quote unquote haters, who aren't haters. They're stalkers. But then when I tell her the truth and what they do and how they do it every day, she says, well, let's get to human design. She dismissive, very dismissive. So with a clear-cut warning of what these people are actively doing to her and every co-host I have, with the warning, the live stream proceeds and we talk about human design. She said, what is mine? I said, manifesting generator. And she said, okay, do your chart. And I did my chart and it's just generator. And the trolls were saying, haha, she's not a manifesting generator. She's really mad at you because you called her out for lying. See how the stalkers set up this foundation now where they're stroking her ego and throwing shade at me, and now they build her trust. So she's going to trust everything they say because they're complimenting her and stroking her ego and preying on her emotions. It's emotional manipulation, all founded on lies. I wasn't angry that she said generator compared to manifesting generator. Thank you, Andy. Exactly. It's evil. And so while I'm clueless of what's happening, I went to her chat later on after we disconnected and was scrolling back so I could see all the comment history. Because I was confused why she was like being snarky. Kind of like laughing at the comments. It turns out they were saying, she's jealous. She's angry that you called her out for lying. I wasn't lying. It's just what Grok said. And when she explained there's a more accurate website, like for example, like, I don't know, someone on the cusp could think they're Leo, but when they do their accurate web astrological chart, they see they're on the cusp. They're not a Leo, they're a Virgo. You know, it's just more precise when you go to an actual website. That's all. I wasn't angry, but the trolls were immediately putting us up against each other when I'm nice. I'm nice. I wouldn't stream with someone if I didn't want to be nice to them unless it was Mystic Susie. So anyways, I'm just kidding. Mystic Susie's fun to banter with. I'm not going to lie. But okay, so anyways, so the live stream proceeds, but then she responds to a question one of the haters said. And I can't remember off the top of my head. She asked me a question from one of the haters. And I just explained that I think this is how it went. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I said something about why I'm blocking them and ignoring, and I don't know. At some point, I got on the subject that I'm exposing them now. Oh, this is what happened. I was in the viewers list, blocking the ones who were trolls in the viewers list. And then she said, I used to be like that. You used to be like nothing. Okay, you've been on social media for less than a year. You've been a streamer for less than a year. I've been through this now, ignoring these stalkers for over 2 years. I've been doing social media for 4 years. This summer will be spring, actually. It'll be 4 years. I've tried every card in the book. My situation is unique. It's not like, oh, I have haters who are making fun of my spray tan. It's beyond that. It's stalking, brainwashing. It's evil. And I'm exposing it while I block them because they've been trying to silence and isolate me for so long, whether it's silencing me by turning friends against me or trying to manipulate my co-streamers the first time I get a chance to stream with them. So she basically said, I used to be paranoid like you about who's viewing my list. I've never been paranoid. This whole time, I've let it go. I've never scrolled through my block list and let it go. And she totally dismissed my boundaries. I've taken the advice from law enforcement and the staff of the app to block these people who see that they are a significant problem in my real life because they're stalking me, my family, and friends. So I'm not being paranoid when I'm taking advice from staff employees and law enforcement, attorneys, and the owner of the app goes live once a week and says, just block anyone who's being a bully. Okay. So it's not paranoia to say, hey, I am the operator of this live stream, and if you're here for a bad reason, you're getting blocked. That's not paranoia, especially not when they're pulling these stunts on my co-streamers. So anyways, so she basically dismissed me again, compared herself to me, and the situations don't compare because she doesn't have a mob of people who stalk her and her family and friends. Okay. So anyways, nonetheless, I just ignored it. I in hindsight, I should have disconnected, but since she was nice and gave a good impression from the start, I kept streaming with her, and we got back to human design. And at one point, she said, I thought this was about human design, but she was the one who reverted the conversation to the trolls, who at this point, now she doesn't see them as trolls. At this point, she's built up trust with them. She spent more time talking to them than me because of their manipulation tactics that I called out. So I find out that some of the people in my chat had researched their human design from the same website she told me. And the people in my chat were like, this is my human design. And so I was telling her, okay, I have someone in the chat who's this. What does this mean? And so when I asked her and she was explaining, I was listening. But the stalkers in her chat were saying, oh, she's not listening to you. She doesn't care what you're saying. She doesn't even understand what you're saying. She's just over here worrying about how many gifts she's getting. She is just over here worrying about where she's at in the rankings. She's not listening to anything you're saying while I'm just sitting there quietly absorbing what she's saying. And while she's trying to talk, she's seeing those comments, again, planting seeds of self-doubt, also stroking her ego, and she's laughing snarky while she's trying to explain this human design. And she's letting them get to her because now she trusts them. I mean, if someone reached out to you and they said they were just looking out for you, you would probably trust them. And that's the situation my co-hosts are always in with these people. Nonetheless, at one point, at the end, I just explained what they were doing. But at that point, she was totally manipulated by them and sucked into their lies. And she said, well, we can either talk about human design or just go. I said, okay, I'll go. So I disconnect and she sits there and she says, well, I tried to help her. Oh, because at that point, before I disconnected, she said, you're just giving them what they want. You're giving them attention. You're giving them what they want. No, ignoring them is what they want, because ignoring them silences my voice, and ignoring them is what single mom said leads to blanc carte, where if I ignore them and allow myself to be silenced and isolated, that just gives the audience, okay, well, this must be acceptable at my own discretion. I can say whatever I want, and she must allow it. By me allowing myself to be silenced, how I've been silenced and isolated over the last 2 years, just fuels it. So she's wrong in that case. Okay, now if someone like Perez Hilton has haters, and a hater named Jimmy is in the chat and says, you don't look good when your hair's pink, and Perez says, well, fuck you, Jimmy. Yes, that's what the hater wants. They want that attention. But we have two different situations right now. We have a situation where, and by the way, I love Perez Hilton's hair pink, by the way. He rocks it. But anyways, I'm just using that as an example. We have two totally separate situations. We have a situation where, yes, there are people who are haters versus people who are stalkers. And the stalkers ended up in her live stream after I disconnected. And unfortunately, she brought one of the stalkers into her live stream as a guest. And the stalker said, Adrielle claims she doesn't know me, but she totally knows me. That is delusion. That is complete delusion. And I don't know. They kept talking. They said Adrielle's the biggest troll. And then the girl at one point said, yeah, I'm starting to see that she is a troll. So I've decided I'm not going to block her. I'm not going to stream with her, though, because I don't ever stream with people who disrespect me. And I was disrespected on a level that is really sad, because not only did I warn her of the manipulation tactics they use, and I also gave a complete layout, if she were to have paid closer attention, walked right into that trap and took the bait. So with that being said, I'm going to go live on Favorite It app now. I'm going to mute my co-host and talk to you and point all of this out. Andy said, the day Favorite It allows messages, him and his friend got tons of them, and the people were so kind to us, begging to see the truth about Adrielle, and they'll do anything to make me lose. It's evil. Yes, they message people now. So if you're getting messages, just enable your settings so that not everyone can message you. Okay, let's go. Let's see who's on. Yeah, if you're getting messages, just do your settings, for sure. So I, again, am going to end up with 100 viewers. My co-host has 6. So look, I have 1 viewer, 2 viewers. This person has the merged viewers of 2. I thought he had 6. I invited him. He's been live for 10 minutes. And now you're going to see the viewers. Well, it's a little uneven because I just got on. Hi, Broom Doom. That's a really nice setup, by the way. It looks really good. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Guys, tap the screen if you're on my team. Hi. So, in the biggest example of what they do, and I'm going to be highlighting this. So this goes on all day. All day long it's going to go on as long as I'm live streaming with other people. And what they do is they go to my co-host. So if you're watching this from YouTube and you're confused. So this is me. This is my co-host. And what they do is they go into my co-host live and say, be careful. The app is investigating her. You see that I told you, and it happens. It never fails. This app is investigating her. The owner said that on their live stream. It's a complete lie. And they do this. They copy and paste it. And I can't believe it. I'm exposing them right now and they know it. And yet they're still doing it. So, making up rumors and stuff like that. So the crazy thing is they're doing exactly what I said they're doing. They're still doing it. And it's now all being exposed on my end. So anyways, thank you for those of you who came to Favorite It app. And good morning, April. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Broom Doom, Sherry, and Sunsets Are Us. Hello, Poppy. They are all getting blocked as quickly as I can block them. So high 0 degrees. So just in about 2 minutes. Andy, did you see my YouTube where they literally did exactly what I said? She's under investigation. They do this with every single co-host. So in regards to the woman last night, you're not unique. The situation with you and these people is nothing about you. They repeat the same thing to every co-host. So she thinks she's special, unique, being put on a pedestal, and that these people are now always going to watch her and be her friend. But the truth is, when I disconnect, they all leave and repeat that cycle with the next co-streamer. And because I'm now voicing this and exposing it, they are going to be exposed. And for her to say, oh, you should just ignore it. Oh, you're being paranoid. It's not paranoia when I literally just called it out and then showed evidence of it. Yes. Well, showing that everything I'm saying is very real and it's happening right now is good enough. And eventually, it will stop. Now, there are DMs on favorite app. So if you see that, you're getting messages from unwanted people, all you can do is just ignore it and change your settings. I just put a recap on my YouTube. She walked into their trap. She walked right into the trap that I warned her about, and I will no longer stream with her. Leslie, thank you for the laughing disco. I'm so sorry. And I gave a brief overview of what happened. She brought a stalker in as a live guest, and it is what it is. Thank you. The people who have been watching me the longest, like Sherry, Nicole, Lemon kind of. Especially Sherry and Nicole, they both said they knew that she would walk into the trap because of how she was already entertaining them in prior live streams that I just wasn't aware of. But I'll give anyone a chance. Thank you, Katie, Nana Sweets, Melon, Sherry, and Jane Doe. Thank you, Andy. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to be looking at my viewers list. And I'm going to be blocking any accounts who aren't here for the right reason. Andy, thank you, Keem. It's times 4. Hi. So you don't have to comment and check in right now. I would appreciate, though, that we all get in the habit of checking in when you join, because I have a photographic memory. So I'm just here for now. Thank you, Keem. I'm just here for me. Now that I have a connotation that you're active in my chat. Thank you, Andy. Now that I have a connotation that you're active in my chat, if I see you in the viewers list, I will not block you. Jane Doe, I have a connotation now that you're active in my chat. So when I look through the viewers list, I will not block you. And I see that there's some people who are circumventing. And crazy thing, a staff member of Favorited was in my chat last night. And they said that an update is happening soon to fix this blocking issue. So, for example, this is how crazy they are. And I'll show you right now on YouTube. They join my account and block me so that I can't block them because it's a glitch. So that's them circumventing a block. I'm trying to find an example of this. They do this, though. They join my live stream and block me so I can't block them. But the app staff member came into my chat yesterday and explained this to me. So far, none of them have done it. So they're not in here yet. Maybe it's like, maybe they're just not online. But hi, Christy. So if you missed the issues from last night, I just recapped on my YouTube as eloquently as possible with respect to everyone, including the person I live streamed with, because again, it's not someone's fault if they're being emotionally manipulated and exploited. Right, I have to blow dry my hair. And that's why I'm going to give this person grace and forgive her, but I'm not going to stream with her anymore. Because, like Sherry said at the beginning of this live stream, zero tolerance. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Keem. Thank you, Poppy. Sunsets Are Us. And everyone for tapping. Above all, thank you for everyone who is in the habit now of announcing your presence when you join my chat. Good morning, Shannon. Because I really am going to be hammering down hard blocking. Lots of blocking. And, if you were to go to his side and look at his comments, like, they do this. And I'll show you. Her days are numbered here. There's no staff member. She's a liar. She pays his... Okay, okay. So, yeah, it's just they keep repeating over and over again the same. It's like copy and paste. It's literally like copy and paste. So, thank you, Lemon, Sherry, Shannon, Christy. Hello, I'm a vibe. Well, They didn't get to her. They earned her trust. Because, like I said, they perform as heroes. They perform as heroes. They perform as heroes. Andy, they just do that to try to get information out of you. It's like reverse psychology. They've been doing this to Lemon forever. So if they say you're not real, you're going to feel like obligated to reveal yourself. They just want your information so they can harass you because you support me and they're obsessed with stalking me. Hello, that's me. Hello, Andrea. Hello. Okay, so this one's getting blocked because that's crazy. I'm not even going to acknowledge that one. If you know, you know. So yeah, if you're on my team and there's a bunch of people saying, oh, you're a fake account, they're just trying to get you to give your information over to them so they can harass you. So anyone who's nice to me, kind to me, gifts me, taps my screen, says good morning to me, they want to stalk. They want to stalk them at work. They want to stalk their mom. They want to stalk their dad. They want to stalk their real life and harass them in their real life. I had a woman, I'm not going to say her name, wake up in the middle of the night to all three of their phones ringing. Her cell phone, her house phone, her husband's phone. Now, her cell phone is also her business phone number. These crazy fuckers, these stalkers, they figured out her name when she gifted me on TikTok, and they Googled her and they found her Facebook and they saw her work in her Facebook. Well, her work is, she's a business owner, and they didn't know that she's the business owner. So they were calling her cell phone thinking they were calling her work. They called her husband and left a voicemail on his phone. And I can't repeat the terrible things they said, but basically, I'll say it. I'm gonna make it less egregious. They said, "Did you know your wife is sending money to a child predator right now?" That's the voicemail they left on her husband's phone. Thank you, Andy, Lemon, Sherry, Shannon, Christy. She was terrified, and nothing came of it because, unfortunately, when the people who support me become known and become a target of these stalkers. Thank you, Andy, Lemon, and Sherry. When the people who support me become a target of these stalkers, it's easier for them to just quit watching me instead of, going to the police or whatever. So electronic harassment, harassment via electronics is difficult to navigate. It's very expensive to navigate for law enforcement in general. And a lot of times they use the logic where, just block it and ignore it. Because nobody has time, resources, and money to invest unless it's like a major problem. Yes, Christy. They say literally anything that will get a reaction out of people and trigger them and scare them. So there you go. But thank you, Sunsets Are Us, Sherry, Haven, Nana Sweets, Andy, Shannon, thank you for checking in. Haven, thank you, and Andrea for checking in. Thank you, I'm a Vibe, for checking in, and I'm just here for me. And they say that Adrielle's the one who's sick. They're unreal. And they're now going to be exposed. And like I said, within 10 minutes, they always figure out who I'm streaming with. And it happens. So right now, I have a viewers list. If you just scroll, I have 44 people. Which means he started out with like 2 viewers. And now he has more than 60 of them. So that means they wake up. This is actually a crazy way to think about it. If I were to be on first thing in the morning, which I'm not. I've been up since like 7:30. This means they wake up and think of me first thing in the morning to check and see who I'm streaming with to start it all over again. That is obsession and stalking. Thank you so much, Andy. I'm the first thing they think of. Not so much me, but stalking and harassing me. It is terrible. It is. It's like they live in the comment section. That's their dedication. That's what they dedicate their lives to. That's not haters. That's a sick group of sick-minded individuals. But that's not people who hate on Kylie Jenner and spend 30 seconds of their day writing, "You have too much plastic surgery." Okay, these people are beyond haters. They're mentally unstable, dangerous stalkers who are unhealthily obsessed and attached to stalking me, dedicating their time, money, and life. Okay, so it's not as trivial, but from the outside, when you're just discovering me, you might think it is trivial. And so I'm going to break it down to you what I mean when I say trivial. By definition, the word trivial means little value, little importance. It just seems trivial. It seems not that important. It's not that deep. It gets deep. And so we're going to look at the opposite meaning, the antonym of trivial. So the antonym of trivial is what? What's the trivial? What's the antonym of trivial? Important, major, and it is significant. There you go. So it is of importance. Thank you, Andy, Sunset Saras, Andrea, and Sherry. Yeah, Andy, and they do it all day. And thank you, Sarah Lee, and thank you for the galaxy. Yeah, I have to finish blow drying my hair. And Sherry said she did her research and what she found out was nothing they portrayed was real. So they portray this. They portray Adrielle's... They've been doing this, guys. I don't think you guys understand. They have been saying, oh, Adrielle has charges. Adrielle's being under investigation by the FBI. There's gonna, any day now she's going to get served. They have been doing this since 2023, like late 2022, January of 2023. So we're talking 3 years ago they've been doing this. Hi, Lennon. And again, if you're in here, you're blocked permanently, which means you're not going to see me and you're not going to hear me. You are now blocked. And they make up lies. They're like, because obviously if they make up the lie, Adrielle's under investigation by the FBI, they have to have a story. So they make up a story, and their stories are egregious. It's extreme, yes. And to normal people like you, Sarah, like you, Andy, to normal people like you, Lennon, and Sherry, there's two Sherrys here, and Haven, to normal people like you, that is extreme. Who would do that? You have to understand, these people are not normal. They are mentally unwell. It's like almost as if a bunch of mentally disturbed individuals just all flock together who have that in common to stalk me together. And they have, as a result, built a community because it's been ignored for so many years. It's been ignored, it's been muted, and I have not exposed it. I haven't showcased what they're doing to the degree I am now. And again, it's so predictable. It's so predictable. See, they say things like this. Thank you, Andy. They say things like, she's so condescending, which would make the co-host think, oh, I'm of value. You see how manipulative that is. How do you deal with her? Meaning they're stroking the co-host's ego. They back up their statements and say, oh, there's proof. There is no proof. Everything they've said is a lie. I can't support you if you're battling her. This is all a complete fabrication. If I disconnect, they'll follow me to my next co-host and say the same thing. Invalidating me, and just it goes on and on. Tell my story. What do you mean tell my story? Thank you, Andy, Sarah Lee, Haven, Mike, Katie Beth, Nana Sweets, Pink Caddy, Sherry, Jane Doe, and Sherry. I've told my story lots. What do you mean? Hi, Colette. Thank you, Lennon. Now, here's the craziest thing. A few people who used to be part of this stalking mob have reached out to me. A couple of them are content creators. And the reason they've reached out to me is because they're scared. And so I'm going to get into why they're scared here very soon. They're scared for themselves. But unfortunately, they can't use their voice the way I can, because they're scared. Because they were originally participating in this groupthink. Yeah, Sprout. I know, I saw that too, but I'm very serious right now. No, it's okay. Thank you, Andy. These people are not there mentally. They're delusional. They think that I acknowledge them. They think I know who they are. They think I've spoken to them before. As weird as that sounds, they think that I speak to them. They are actually delusional. And they say this very often to my co-hosts when I look at their chat. For example, last night, after I disconnected with that woman, she brought one of the stalkers as a guest on her live stream. And the first thing he said is, Adrielle pretends I don't exist. She pretends she doesn't know me, but she knows me. Now, mind you, that is delusion. That is mentally unstable. And, yeah, Haven, let's talk about that later. Exactly. And so that is just an example of how delusional and dangerous and mentally unstable they are. And so when I say people who used to participate in their bullying, who even used to make content about me, have now reached out to me because they're scared. Because these people truly are unstable and dangerous. And when they have this community, like the one you're seeing in my co-host chat, they feed off of each other for attention, because I don't give them attention. As much as they wish to believe it, I don't. Thank you, Andy, Lennon, Turtles, Haven, and everyone who's tapping. Jane Doe, Be the Vibes. So this, in several creators over the last couple of months have reached out to me worried because they figured out where they live. They called the police, the local police department where they live. And they had like a conversation on the phone with the police more than 10 minutes long. And it was just about things that don't even make sense. It was like totally delusional. And so this person had to get off of the internet. And it was because this person is a content creator who said something that they don't agree with. It's that simple. It was something they don't agree with. And so here, how do I explain this? They are a cult of stalkers who have dedication. They are a dedicated group of stalkers with one mission. And that's to stalk me and harass me by all means necessary with as many people as possible. They get to know each other and they built a tribe. If someone goes against the tribe, they come for their home, they come for their family, and they harass them in real life. And this has now happened to several individuals who were once participating in this hate mob, who were once making content out of the lies that they created because they believed it. And these are a couple of people who have been making content or participating in this hate mob for over 1 year, by the way. Now, that's a long time. And they're scared and they don't really know what to do other than back down. So now that I see that there's so many individuals who are backing down and just taking a break from the internet, like nobody should feel that their free speech, that their First Amendment right should be taken away from them. And out of intimidation and threats. These people, at the end of the day, are not stable. They're unstable. And I'm going to be exposing them in their operation and calling them out every single day until they fail, break apart from each other, are completely so weakened that they move on to the next. It's that simple. And I'm blocking them as I do it. Now, for the woman last night who doesn't even have a clue of what's going on, who thinks that these people genuinely care about her because she's built trust with them, I don't care if she wants to dismiss me and call me paranoid or crazy. At the end of the day, I'm not paranoid because I'm watching it happen. The people who have called me are not paranoid because they had real life encounters and problems from these people. So anyways, thank you. Let's save the streak, guys. There's 12 seconds. We have a 12 streak. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Sarah Lee. That's what you just said. Would you say a person shouldn't have to do that? Oh, yeah, exactly. Snipe. We didn't see the streak. It's been years that's been happening to you, and I've gotten to the point where I have to block, and yes. They're on my radar now. There's no more Adrielle being isolated and silenced. They're on my radar. Thank you, Holland. Or no, that's Carla. Thank you, Carla, Sunsets Are Us, Sherry, Jane, Nana Sweets, Haven, Jessica, Katie, Sarah Lee, and Maria. And I will not be silenced anymore. Because at the end of the day, they're maxed out. They've done every single possible thing. And I know their tricks. And I'm going to be calling them out. I'm done with streamers who are disrespectful. I'm done with banter and toxic battles. And I'm creating a safe community that's free of this bullshit. I will stream members only on YouTube. I wish I could do members only comments on YouTube, but unfortunately it's just members and subscribers. And these people are so ridiculous that they subscribe to me. I don't know why. So, yes, they took the street. It's all good. Look at him. Don, if you want to win, I suggest you block the people who don't want you to win. I'm just trying to help you. If you want to win, it's probably your best interest to block the people who don't want you to win. So, like, if there's people being jerks to you, you should have a backbone and block them. That's just my advice to you. Thank you so much. Guys, galaxies for doubles. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. A lot of people don't block, and they don't win. Thank you, Ruby. They don't win when they don't block. You have to have a backbone and leadership if you want to have a safe live stream with a fruitful chat. Oh, Sarah Lee, totally. And I totally had a bad gut feeling from the beginning. Thank you, Ruby. So she said, Colette said, people live in a culture of emotional manipulation. So they do what they can to get a reaction and they thrive on it. They really do, Colette. Sarah Lee says, I have an idea. You have good intuition and you can sense horrible energy. Not that I would want you to stick up for yourself, but it's going on in there and hurting me. It's not hurting me really more than it is my co-hosts. Because here's what I've noticed. What they do is they plant seeds of self-doubt in my co-host's mind. Melon, the reason it's not that she was up to something. Again, you have to look at the facts. You have to look at what the stalkers are saying to the co-host. Okay? They say things, she likes being in control. You can have control over her. They're emotionally manipulating the co-host by flattering them. They're flattering them. So it creates a bond between the co-host where, I trust her. I trust these people because look what they're saying. They're looking out for me. She's being investigated. That makes me a good person who's not being investigated. She likes to be in control. You can have control. They're giving me the option to be in control. So what it does is these people perform as heroes in my co-host chat. And so this is why I say the woman from last night wasn't necessarily up to anything. Hang on, it's frozen. I can't see the comments right now. The person from the chat last night Sarah Lee, they're the ones who are being hurt mentally. You have to understand. How do I explain? They are preying on my co-hosts by building fake trust with them. The foundation of that trust is built on lies. Do you understand that? Like, if you go to his chat and read, they use these emotionally manipulative tactics. They're manipulative. Right, Sarah Lee, but I don't feel that that woman hurt me yesterday. I feel that she was hurt. Because the truth is, all of those people who built trust with her, built her trust, earned her trust, were lying to her. So I don't feel hurt. I just feel bad that even with a complete warning, hey, they're going to do this. They're going to manipulate you. They're going to perform as heroes by lying to you. And then they're going to give you a victim complex. And then they're going to stroke your ego. And then you're going to trust them. And then you're going to do something you regret. And doing something you regret is their goal. They want the co-host to say something disrespectful to me and no longer stream with me. That's their entertainment. And unfortunately, it happens to them every time. So from now on, I'm just going to be calling out their strategies. Because Sarah, thank you Ruby and Sherry, thank you Jane, Lennon, Sherry, and Katie. Because for people who watch me on this app, they see 200 viewers. But the truth is, I don't have 200 viewers. I have 53 viewers. And I have 120 stalkers in my co-host chat. And like Single Mom earlier said last night, Blanc Carte. Thank you, Andy and Ruby. If I just keep being silenced and it causes me to be isolated, that just makes everyone who discovers me or streams with me think that what they're doing is okay and that anything goes and that you can say whatever you want at your discretion because there's no rules. But the truth is, Carte Blanc, thank you. But the truth is, this is not okay. This is stalking. None of them can see me or hear me because I have them blocked. They can't chat in my chat, and to circumvent that, they stalk and harass me through my co-hosts. So no matter who I stream with from now on, I'm going to be calling out these people for stalking me until they go away. Until enough awareness has been done on this to put an end to their abusive cycle. And it's not just hurting me. It's hurting the co-hosts and others around them. I shouldn't have to isolate myself and not have a voice. Thank you. And that's what the woman... So a lot of people are like, oh, just block and ignore. Just block and ignore. I did that for 2 fucking years and it blew out of control like a dumpster fire. So ignoring it doesn't work. Ignoring it silences and isolates me. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ruby and Sherry. And now all of this is going to be put on my YouTube because I've live streamed I'm double live streaming right now. They want me to be quiet and ignoring it is what they want. See, haters don't want you to ignore them. Haters want you to react to them. People people who make fun of Britney Spears dancing. They would make their day if Britney Spears was like, I've been dancing for 20 years and I'm really good at it. It just looks different because I'm not on a stage. Fuck yeah, they would want that. This isn't hating. This isn't fan culture. This isn't hating. This is stalking. So think of it this way. If someone were abusive, okay, like, I don't know what a good comparison would be. If a priest were being abusive towards a student in catechism, okay? Say there's a priest who's abusive towards the altar boys at church. Do you think the priest wants them to use their voice? Do you think the priest wants to be called out? Fuck no. If there's a girl on the internet, okay? If there's a 15-year-old girl on the internet and a creepy guy in his 50s starts stalking her, do you think he wants her when he's like creeping around her bedroom window at night? Do you think he wants her to take her camera out and record his face? and figure out his name and call him out for stalking her? No. Okay? Now, alternatively, if the 15-year-old girl is in school and another girl in her class is bullying her and says, you always wear the same clothes every day. Do you think the bully wants the girl to defend herself? Yes. In that scenario, the bully in school wants a reaction out of the girl they're bullying. But if the same girl gets stalked by an old man, he does not want to be exposed. It's a totally different situation with me. So with me, from people who are watching my live streams, who are just vapidly browsing and scrolling, they think I want all of this. Because who the fuck wouldn't want thousands of viewers? Who wouldn't want hundreds of comments? Who wouldn't want lots of gifters on both sides? Who wouldn't want that? It looks like popularity. But in my case, I've been silent for too long. They've wanted me to be silent. They don't want me to expose them because they want this charade to keep going. They want to be wolf in sheep's clothing. Thank you, Andy, Sarah Lee, and Sherry and Katie. They want me to be quiet. They want me to be isolated. They don't want me to expose them for what they're doing because they're stalkers, hiding and lurking in the shadows, obsessing over me. That's their biggest weakness. If Adrielle is this horrible person and they're out for her, their weakness is the fact that they dedicate their lives to me. That's their weakness. Their vulnerability and weakness is their obsession and how mentally unfit they've become. If Adrielle is truly the person that they're making her out to be, why are you trying to silence, isolate, and stalk her? Maybe you're the ones who should be investigated. Maybe you're the ones who should be in handcuffs. So I'm not going to shut up about this. I will not isolate myself anymore. I will not remain silenced. Thank you, Andrea, because that is exactly what they want. And I don't know who they are because, again, they're stalkers on fake accounts using the internet to stalk me. Thank you, Sherry, Silent Mart, Andrea, and Sherry. Like snakes in the grass. The snake does not want to be seen by the mouse. The more I draw attention to the fact of their strategies, how they like Andy sees it, how they copy and paste everything. Andy, give me some examples of what they copy and paste. Thank you, Andy. Hold on, my YouTube just crashed. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Hold on, I have to reset this. Okay, thank you, Andy. I want all of you to give me some examples of things that they copy and paste. Their manipulation tactics. I mean, I could give you some examples right now, obviously. It's pretty easy to me. The examples are battle someone else and then we'll gift you. Perfect example. They'll never do that, by the way. They'll never do that. They always, like, Andy, I should have screenshot your comment last night. Can you repeat what you said last night? Last night, Andy said, all of these people telling her to run, telling her to leave, she doesn't understand. They are not going to stay in her chat. They're all going to, by mass numbers, leave and follow me to the next co-host and repeat it all over again. Andy, can you repeat that? You said it really good last night. Exactly, Andy. But it doesn't matter if they don't send gifts because they're not going to stay to send the co-host gifts anyway. It's all a ruse. For example, the guy who stalks me, who she brought up in their box, woke up thinking of me and is now in my co-host chat. That's obsession. That's obsession. Right. Right, man. They're there to stalk. Right. It's just all nonsense. And that's about it. Thank you, Andy, Ruby, and everyone who's here today. We're Global 84. Thank you, Haven, for tapping. Thank you, Ruby. It's creepy, Sarah Lee. It is manipulation, Colette. And it goes on. And nobody... See, here's the problem. Nobody watches long enough. Okay? People who pop in my live stream are maybe here for 7 minutes. And they don't quite understand. Especially if someone's new. They don't understand that the things they're saying are the same group of people doing it obsessively all day long. Again, it's their biggest weakness. It's a group of stalkers who do it all day long. It's not... So here's the thing. They repeat and copy and paste it rapidly, high volume. So it's the illusion everyone is saying this. But the truth is, they just copy and paste and repeat the same thing by like having like 20 or 50 people just doing it all day long. It's not everyone on the internet. It's not everyone on the app. It's them, 50, 60, 100 of them rapidly doing it. So that means if I disconnect right now, I have about 50 viewers. So there's about 110 of them over there right now repeating the same thing, stalking me. If I go to another streamer and stream with them, they just repeat the same thing over there. And it gives the illusion everyone on the app is saying this, but they're not. So if I could have a lot of people who watch me, who are interested in exposing them, and combat this and expose them for their lies and stalking and unhealthy, unstable, mentally unfit obsession, that's when people will start to see the light. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Nana Sweets. It is, Sarah. It is insanity because it's literally on repeat and it's gone on for years and ignoring it doesn't work. They want to be ignored because they want to keep the charade going. I'm live on favorited app. So if you're on my YouTube and you're wondering who I'm talking to, I'm on favorited app. Talking to Colette and Sarah Lee. That's not how they operate. A lot of people question that. They won't do that. They're obsessed with me. They are stalkers. So like a lot of people are like, geez, why is this person wasting this whole time stalking this person? Why don't they just better them and improve their lives? Or have you ever had like someone who's not all there obsess over a breakup? We all know at least a guy or a girl who, when they get ghosted, or hey, thank you, Andy, Ruby, Nana T Sweets, Sherry, Haven, Reese, Sherry, HLT, Tommy, and Andrea. I'm going to pick up in just a second and talk about this, okay? How many of you know a woman, okay? Say a woman in her 30s, maybe a woman in her 40s, even in their 50s. She's in her, let's just say a woman in her 40s. She's in a relationship with someone. You know what? Just think of someone who goes mental after they get broken up with. So say that there's a woman who's 35 years old. She's with a guy for 6 months and he dumps her. How many of you know someone where they will just sit around their house for literally weeks obsessing, trying to get him back, trying to look for hidden messages? Do you know what I'm talking about? And you're just like, oh my God, Take it as a blessing. You're single now. You can have freedom. You can go out for drinks. We can go clubbing. You can go to the gym. Sarah calls them 150, 450 times. And how many of you know that person and you're thinking of one right now? I can think of 3 off the top of my head. And they just obsess. And you're like, just be grateful that you're single now and take this as a new leaf. And you can go to the gym. You can go clubbing. You can join a new dating app. You have so much freedom to better and improve your life and meet someone better than the person who treated you badly, who dumped you, who doesn't even respect you. Thank you, Andy. But they don't do that because they're trapped in their mind. They go mental. And that is exactly what these stalkers are doing. So a lot of people are like, well, why would they do that? There's so much free time in the world. These people are mentally trapped in their own minds. They won't stop. Okay? Don, I have to log off for about 10 minutes. Are you ranked? Okay, can you battle another person for like 10 minutes? I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, guys, save the streak this game. Save the streak. I have to log off. My YouTube will still run, but I'm going to mute it. And then I'll be back in 10 minutes. Save the streak. Save the streak. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just find someone to battle for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back on in 10 minutes. Thank you, Andy, Sherry, Denise, Ruby, Mama Llama. Okay, I will be back in 10. Okay, guys, come to my members-only YouTube. I'm muting my YouTube. Hey guys, thanks for your patience. It's a disrespectful thing to say. I would never send her money. And now I don't know if I want to stream with him ever again. Because I just gifted him. It's very rude. And I've watched his stream while I was gone. I couldn't see much because, again, I have all those stalkers blocked, and that's a good thing. And they couldn't see what I was saying either. All right, I'm going to confront him. So it's rude for you to say, I would never send Adriel money after I just gifted you and tried to contribute to you get pushed in the ranks. So I'm just saying, quit letting people manipulate you and manipulate you into disrespecting me. This is why I'm not streaming with people who are disrespectful towards me on Favorite App anymore.
Well, I just meant that is not going to be the case.
If I'm going to stream with people, they're not going to get manipulated into saying rude things.
I do not make enough to...
This is an app for gifting. You can gift whoever you want. Grow a spine. Don't disrespect someone after they just gifted you. Not to mention the other person gifting you, Andy, is on my team. Last time I checked, the people manipulating you in the comments aren't doing shit for your live stream. They're only making your live stream lose value by telling people not to gift you. So don't ever say, oh, I would never send her money. That's a rude thing to say. Don't allow these people to manipulate you into disrespecting me. I've told you guys for 2026, zero tolerance. You don't need to defend yourselves to stalkers. They are worthless. Worthless. Stop it. It's not funny. What's on your nose?
I've got a zit star on there.
Okay. Thank you, Andrea. Please get in the habit of introducing yourself when you join my live stream. All taps are 3 points. Thank you, Nana Sweets.
In like one day, and then you can pop it.
Okay. We don't need to know anymore. I'm sorry. We needed to know what it was. I didn't know what it was. Okay. He has a zit star, guys. Tap the screen if you're on my team.
The thing that's stupid about them is that...
How many of you saw him get manipulated? We're going to use him as a guinea pig today. Every time he gets manipulated, we're going to call it out. He's already been manipulated once so far. By completely worthless people that provide zero value to his stream. Thank you, Hugh. This is what they do. From the outside, it looks like everyone on the app is saying horrendous things. In truth, I have maybe 40 viewers. 26. I have 26 viewers, which means I have about 110 people blocked on his side who can't see me or hear me, who dedicate their entire day to copy and paste the same word vomit in my co-host chat, all the while planting seeds of self-doubt in their chat to emotionally manipulate them, performing as heroes, building trust in my co-host. They purposely stroke their ego, give them a victim complex, trigger self-doubt, and manipulate their actions. And Andy just saw it. He was manipulated once so far into saying, I would never send her money. That's disrespectful to me because I was in his chat and I had just gifted him. That's how quick they are to manipulate. It could be as simple as, say that I stream with someone who makes music and I'm listening to the song they created. They'll plant a seed of self-doubt and say something like, she's not even listening to your song. She has you muted. And that makes them feel insecure and it makes them think that the chat is looking out for them. It's a mask. The foundation is lies. They build trust on lies. Thank you, Andy. With him, they're manipulating him. They're building trust and the foundation of that trust is built on lies. Thank you for everyone who's in the habit of checking in so you don't get blocked when I go through my viewers list and block the people who are here for wrong reasons. Hello, Live in Life. Hello, Danderson. Thank you, Andy. I'm calling it out as I see it. Hello. Thank you, Andy, Andrea, Nana Sweet, Hugh, Denise, Sherry, Marcy, and Christy. The days of me ignoring it are over. I'm calling them out now. Tap the screen. Every single fear tactic they use, every single tactic they use to emotionally manipulate my co-host, I'm calling it out. Thank you, Marcy, Sherry, Andrea, and Marciano. Low life is lifing. Thank you, Poppy. And Don, can you hear me? Don?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The reason they gaslight you and say Adrielle's trying to control you is because they want to the control. So they build your trust by performing as heroes, lying so that you feel in control while they string you like a puppet, manipulating into saying things that fit into their narratives.
Okay.
That's why you say things and feel the need to defend yourself and say, she doesn't control me. What are you talking about? They want to control you. So they gaslight you into thinking and putting the blame on someone else. They're trying to manipulate you. You have to not be so quick to manipulate. You have to think 2 steps ahead.
I'm not doing anything. I just
The minute you question yourself because of their comments, you've lost.
Why would I be questioning about like you idiot?
It's really simple. You can just block people who are causing you to feel self-doubt. Thank you, Dylan. That's emotional abuse.
I'm used to these people.
No, you shouldn't be used to them. That's the problem. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Poppy and Marcy, Sherry, Andrea, Denise, Marciano, and Katie. You shouldn't be comfortable with stalkers. You shouldn't get used to people emotionally manipulating you and planting seeds of self-doubt in your brain.
They don't have that power.
They do, though, because they've gotten to you twice today.
No, they haven't.
They have.
Just saying stop spreading these lies because they're not true.
Instead of doing that, you should have healthy boundaries and block the people who are causing you distress.
Well, if they keep doing it, maybe I will.
Okay. Thank you, Marciano and Leslie. Thank you, Lana. Thank you, Andy. Hello, Sherry. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, I'm going to mute you. Okay, guys, we got 23 seconds. These people are unhinged. And that's all there is to it. No more sitting here quietly. Thank you, Andy. No more ignoring it. Thank you, Dylan. They say the same things. The same things. Andy sent a super chat, a yellow super chat on my YouTube and said, the day favorited app allowed messages. Him and Dylan got tons of them. The people were so kind to them. That did not sound good. I thought the glass broke, truthfully. I don't understand why this thing doesn't just suck to the mirror. That's what it's supposed to do. But apparently, even though it sucks, it doesn't suck. Okay, did I crack my phone? It looks like I did. All right. Back to, let me finish blow drying my hair. Thank you, Andy, Dylan, and Marciano. Hi, I'm just here for me. See how you're no longer on my radar? I have a photographic memory. So when all of you check in, I remember you. You were permanently stamped into my memory. So therefore, when the time comes and I'm done blow drying my hair and I go through my block list, I remember you because you get permanently stamped into my photographic memory. My memory is more sequential. I see left to right. I see words more so than pictures, but I do have a good photographic memory. So if you are here, Leslie, and I don't give a shit about the game. If you're announcing your attendance, like Sue's Q is joining but not saying anything, that's on my radar. Andy, Dylan, Marciano, thank you. If you're announcing your attendance, you're not getting blocked. So you need to announce your attendance when you join my live stream or you're going to be blocked. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Leslie. Tree Forest. No, Don. Thank you, Andrea. All these bubbles over there on his side are people who stalk me, who are blocked. All of them are blocked. So they can't see me, they can't hear me because they're blocked and they're using my co-hosts to stalk me. You are blocked. They are announcing their attendance to separate themselves from scumbags like you. They see who joins. Yes, you can see who joins. Lexer, you're already off my radar because you checked in last night. But there's a lot of people here today that weren't here last night who missed everything. Okay? Hello, Redhead. Happy birthday? Or was that yesterday? I'm going to read Andy's super chat again here in just a moment. Because it's important for those of you who have missed it. Houston String. You're in my photographic memory. Just saying. Hello, M2 Chill. M2 Chill, you've been on my radar. Because I remember seeing you in my co-host chat. But you're neutral in my radar. Happy birthday again, Redhead. Andy, Dylan, Lemon, Ray, Darcy, Sherry W are all proof that my team is very nice and they also always support my co-host. That's because I'm only going to have respectful co-hosts. You understand? There will not be another single fucking streamer that disrespects me that will not land on my block list. Exactly, Andy. And that's the value of my respectful team. Sherry, I love you. I know, you're a sweetheart. Sherry is an amazing person, but she's also very, very loyal. And she's been watching this for a very long time. Thank you, Marcy, Sherry, Leslie, Andrea, and everyone who's here tapping. Thank you, Andy, for the dinos. Okay, let's go. Later, Gator. Thank you, Andy. We're going to hit another subject here momentarily. Thank you, Dylan. Well, Lana, they're still on that side. Thank you, Andy. We're going to talk about something when I'm done blow drying my hair. We're going to talk about Andy's super chat on my YouTube. It's a yellow super chat. It has the monetary value of $10. And we're going to talk about it soon. After I'm done blow drying my hair. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Dylan. I'm going to use 2 examples. And it's going to exemplify how the people who stalk me are so nice to you, the viewer. Okay? To him, the streamer. To they, the streamers. Those streamers. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 examples very soon when I'm done blow drying my hair as to why the stalkers are so nice to the people in my chat. Why the stalkers are so nice to the people I stream with. Okay, we're going to talk about that momentarily when I'm done blow drying my hair. Why they were so nice to the streamer last night. Why they're so nice to you in your DMs when they message you. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, I don't care if you muted me. Thank you, Andy, Dylan, Lana, all of you tapping, Leslie, Sherry, Haven, Shari, and Becca. Guys, if you're on my YouTube, can you just say hi or something if you can hear me? I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I just want to know if any members are here. All right, let's go. After I'm done blow drying my hair, I'm going to give you 2 examples that tie into why the people who stalk me obsessively are so nice when they message you. They're so nice to the people I stream with. They're so nice. Okay? I'm going to explain that to you very soon after I'm done blow drying my hair. The truth is they're not nice. They're fucking dangerous. So once I'm done blow drying my hair on my YouTube and on Favorited, I'm going to explain why the stalkers are so nice. Exactly, Andy. They're only nice until you call them out. They're mean and then they threaten you. Right. But we'll get into that soon. And I have 2 examples that will tie into this whole monologue I'm about to do. I have to make sure my YouTube volume is up really quick. They're not nice. Right. But Remember, their whole mission is to stalk me and stalk me through anyone who knows me or supports me. They also have a mission to isolate me. Thank you, Poppy. So momentarily, I'm going to be talking about this. I'm waiting for YouTube to update on my iPhone so I can make sure my mic is on, because I did turn my mic off. Yes, Sherry, it's a manipulation tactic. Exactly. Thank you, Andy. Exactly, Mona. And we're gonna get into that too, the psychology behind the way people handle it. Okay? Because tribalism is real, but it's a little bit different in this case because this is beyond tribalism. This is stalking, abuse, and harassment. And nobody is going to shut me up through humiliation. I don't care if the woman from last night calls me paranoid. I don't care if she dismisses me. I just won't stream with her again. I'm calling it out as I see it. These are some sick, twisted individuals who are exposed. They're exposed. But let me finish blow drying my hair. Thank you, Andy, Dylan, and Poppy. The reason they threaten you, kick you out, and block you is because they're trying to silence you. But my chat room is going to be the loudest chat room of all that calls them out every time they try to manipulate someone. But first, I'm going to blow dry my hair, and then I'm going to give you 2 examples that tie into Andy's super chat and explains why they're so nice. Why are they so nice? I'm actually going to give 3 examples. And one of them is actually a real life story that happened to me. Thank you, Andy, Dylan, Poppy, Lana, Shari, Marciano, Denise, Sherry, and G-Man. We're Global 76. The stalkers are abusers. They're abusers. They're predators of the internet. All of the people who I have blocked that are preying on others in his chat can't access me. I'm blocking them. They can't see me or hear me. But the truth of the matter is, they are abusers. Predators of the internet. And they're thieves. Thank you, Andy. It's times 4. Ooh, we haven't had times 4 in a while. That's good. Ooh. Thank you, Dylan, on times 4 with the orca. Thank you, Andy with the orca. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put some makeup on. Sorry. I'm going to do my makeup really quick. The people who stalk me are predators of the internet. They're abusers and thieves. So, why are they so nice to the people in my viewers list? Why are they so nice to my co-host? Why do they perform as heroes every day as if they're fighting for a moral cause when they themselves are immoral, unethical, and dangerous? Why? How many of you have had a coworker at your job that steals? How many of you have known a thief and particularly have dealt with a thief in the workplace? Anyone? Anyone ever deal with a thief at work? I have. I've dealt with several. Thank you, Andy, Dylan, and Shari. Things go missing and you don't know who it is. Nobody can figure it out. How many of you have had a job and things keep going missing? You're a bartender, but money keeps going missing from the drawer. You're a cashier in retail, and items keep going missing. Money keeps going missing from the drawer. You're a cashier and you do the lottery, and a stack of cash keeps going missing from the lottery drawer. Has anyone ever dealt with this at work? I've dealt with a thief at work at least twice that I can recall. Like, I'm not talking they take plastic silverware from the restaurant and take it home, or they take fucking stevia packets or something. I'm talking like money at your job or significant products go missing. Has anyone ever had a job where things keep going missing and you're trying to get to the bottom of it with your coworkers? Thank you, Andy. That's terrible. And you always figure out who it is at the end, right? Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it's not for a couple of years until you figure it out. Sometimes it takes a couple of months, okay? When there's a thief at work, it takes fucking forever to figure out who the thief is, right? It doesn't just happen overnight. Because does the thief say, oh, it was me? I was the one stealing all of the money. Does the thief do that? Thank you, Dylan. Would the thief do that? No, they'd get fired and arrested, wouldn't they? They would get fired and arrested. Thank you, Andy. Now, how many of you were completely shocked when you figured out who the thief was? It's always someone who's looking out for everyone. And they're typically the ones who are, oh, I'm enforcing the rules. I'm playing by the rules. They're typically the ones who are like always trying to catch someone else in the act, aren't they? Aren't they? Give me an example of where at work there was a thief and it took months or years to figure out who was the thief. And then it turns out to be the exact opposite person you thought it was. Oh, it's terrible. I'll never forget the first time this happened. Someone kept stealing money out of the drawer at the place I worked at. Literally, like 5 years later, I saw her mugshot, name, and charges in the newspaper. She got caught stealing at work. And I'm like, no fucking way. It was the shift supervisor the whole time? No way. The crazy thing is I remembered her, like deliberately trying to figure out who it was. She put on this act for years. She had been stealing for years. And she was the one who was trying to figure out who was stealing. That's a mind fuck, isn't it? That's a mind fuck. Hello, all love. What about your story? Thank you, Andy, Dylan, Lana, Shari, Sherry, and all love. What about you, Denise? Who was it? Like, you don't have to say names, obviously. Was it someone who was always trying to figure out? Let me guess. She was complaining, where are my tips? Where are my tips? Setting this whole stage for herself as if she's being robbed when she's actually stealing all the tips. Oh, that's a bitch. I've never had that happen before. That would be terrible. Oh, I would not be happy about that. When I worked in the kitchen, sometimes when I would bartend, I split tips with the bartender. So I guess I'll never actually know if they pocketed extra tips. But it was a girl who always snitched on everyone and then acted innocent and got caught doing bad things. That is exactly how it was with the one supervisor who was stealing from the drawer. Not at a bar, but this was in retail. She was the one who was always writing people up for... Yeah, I know. To make themselves look like they play by the rules. They have to always have a clean track record. And they always have to look like they are performing as heroes. Right? And they're always super nice to everyone, aren't they? They were always super nice. Like maybe kind of like overkill. Like, I'm like the best. I'm the best supervisor ever. I play by all the rules, but then they end up, ironically, being the one who's stealing $150 out of the drawer every day. Yeah, they kind of put themselves on this pedestal as if they're the highest performing, most rewards, most training. Yeah, that's a thief, That's a thief right there. They're really conniving, and they get away with their bullshit for a long time until, they get caught. But now we're going to compare this to another situation. But first, I just want to ask, was the thief at work always nice? Especially to their higher-ups. Always nice to their higher-ups. Thank you, Dylan. Was the thief always nice to their higher-ups? Fuck yeah. They would say, I'm going to go get coffee on my break. Do you want me something? I'll buy it for you. Or if they offer, here's some cash. No, I'll buy it for you. Yes, they're always nice to the higher-ups. They're never disrespectful. Ever. They're always nice. They're always generous. You would literally never expect that they were the thief. That's a thief. A thief. They're manipulative. They build trust through manipulation tactics. Like, I'm going to Starbucks for my break. What do you like from Starbucks? I like pink drinks and cake pops. Here's $10. Oh, no, I got it. It's all me, babe. Next thing you know, that's the money from the drawer. But you don't know that until 10 years go by. Okay, now we're going to shift the subject to a darker topic. But first I have to make sure something. This is a darker topic that honestly, so I can relate to the first one. I can relate to dealing with a thief at work. Thank you, Dylan, Lana, Sherry, Andrea, Shari. All love Denise, Marciano, and Snow Day. I can relate to that because I've experienced a thief at work. Okay, the next conversation, the next example, the next comparison, okay? Because there's lots of people who are very dangerous who stalk me. And I'm asking you, why are they so nice? Why are they so nice when they send DMs to my team? Why are they so nice when they leave comments to my co-host or message my co-host? Why are they so nice? Well, why is the thief at work stealing $150 out of the drawer every day nice to their boss? Because they want to keep getting away with committing a crime without being caught. Okay, now we're going to take this to a darker topic. Because this is going to cover all parameters, and it's a fucked up topic. If a priest is abusing an altar boy every Sunday, is he going to treat the parents the same way that he treats their son? If a priest is abusing an altar boy, is he going to treat the parents the same way he treats the son? No. The answer is no. Okay? He's going to be very nice to the parents. He's going to be concerned for their son and need to have sessions with the son. He's going to play as a hero, a speaker of God. He's going to perform as a hero. And he's going to solve everything in what he sees wrong with the son. He's going to use severe manipulation tactics. He's going to use severe manipulation tactics that make the parents worried. Oh, yes. I would love to know if there's something wrong. And that cycle is going to go on until someone gets caught. He's not going to want the son to tell anyone what's happening. And you see these stories all the time, these predators, these people who abuse their religious position to abuse children. It's very simple. It's very common, especially over on the West Coast. If you know, you know, in Mormon culture. Thank you, Dylan. There was a cult formed by this. And we're going to be talking about cults after this example. I'm sorry that happened, all love. They're going to act concerned about the boy. They're going to pull on the parents' heartstrings. And there's going to be a miracle until they want to keep having sessions with the son, or they move on to another target, another victim. Okay? And they would never want the boy to speak. They would want the boy to just stay completely silent and keep the charade going until it's too late and they get caught and they go to fucking prison. Okay? Thank you, Dylan, Andy, and Lana. Which is the final example as to why the people who stalk me, who obsess over me, who are abusive, act and behave so nice when they send you messages, when they comment on my co-host side. They perform as heroes who play by all the rules. And finally, the third example is what happens when people join cults. Scientology is the best example of a cult. Maybe some would argue it's not a cult. It's a religion, and maybe it is, but it's definitely been put in the spotlight than a cult. Or Scientology has been put in the spotlight as a cult more so than a religion because of all the controversies surrounding Scientology. So what typically happens when someone wants to become a Scientologist? They lose control over their life. Maybe they lose their very first business that they worked so hard for. They lose power over their relationship, and maybe they have to get a divorce and they just feel powerless. Okay, they feel that they don't know where they belong. And Scientology will prey on people by saying, well, you have lots of money. You're rich. You just don't really see that you need guidance to start building all that money again. And if you follow our step-by-step guide and devote your time to work for us with a down payment, you will receive riches and possessions that no one else can. That's the beauty of Scientology. That's why so many people with money like you can join. You know, you feel powerless, but you have to remember, you're blessed. You have way more than $25,000 in the bank. You know how many people wish they could be in your position? Maybe your wife left you. Maybe your first business failed. But we're here to show you discipline, teach you the ropes of how to become successful forever. And you'll become a multi-millionaire after you pay us $25,000. That sales pitch works by the thousands of people with money who feel that they've lost power over their lives. And then what the Scientologists do is they say, well, when you lost your business, what did your family do to support your business? Was your mom there? Was your daughter there? Was your daughter's husband there? Was your son-in-law there? Did your son-in-law help you keep up that business? Did he help you pay taxes when you were down? Oh, your daughter and son-in-law let you spend $15,000 on a global cruise where you sailed the globe and you spent all this money on them. What did they ever do for you? See, to have success in Scientology, you have to get rid of those people who don't support you the way we will. That is a cult. And next thing you know, the members who join isolate completely from any friends or family they have because they get fucking brainwashed. That is a cult. Funded by capitalism, okay? That is a cult. Scientology operates mostly by preying on people with money and manipulates them into thinking that they will become the most successful businessman or woman to come in 10 years, okay? And they put them through this egregious work period where they work for like $3 an hour and they do all of these severe tasks, and it's like boot camp. It's like hazing. And the military is another example of brainwashing, but it's not a cult. It's just a boot camp, and they have to train people and condition people into being prepared for combat. So it's not a good comparison. But either way, Scientology. So we have three factors here. We have number one, a thief at work who's nice to everyone because they're deceitful to get what they want and get away with stealing what they want. Number 2, we have a priest, an example of a priest who has to put on a mask and emotionally manipulate people to consume his target and isolate his target from speaking out and using their voice, the victim. Number 3, we have the factor of money. A cult like Scientology preying on people by manipulating them into thinking, well, you have money and that's a strong point, and you just don't really know what direction you're going in, and we'll provide you that direction if you cut off all your resources and devote your time to us. So you have the deceitful aspect, you have the emotional manipulation aspect, and now you have the financial aspect. And all 3 of those aspects tie into the people who stalk and obsess over me. Which is why I'm going to read Andy's super chat. Andy said the day favorited app allowed messages. Him and his friend Dylan got tons of messages. And the people were being so kind to Andy and Dylan, begging them to see the truth about Adrielle. These people truly will do anything to make me lose my games, lose people, lose myself, frankly. They're evil. So when the favorited app enabled messaging, what happened is the people who stalk me also stalk all the people in my comment section, my co-hosts, and they message them. And they aren't mean. Okay? They're not mean. Thank you, all love. They're not mean. Because if a Scientologist wanted a cult member to join by force and said, give me all your money now and you're going to be a fucking billionaire. Come here now and sign your life away and sign your soul away. If they did that, they would have no members. And like Sherry said earlier, it's a manipulation tactic. These people don't like when I talk about it. They don't like that I'm exposing them. And they use manipulation tactics to brainwash anyone associated with me, whether they're a viewer or my co-streamer. And they don't brainwash or manipulate them by being mean. They don't manipulate and brainwash them by treating them the way they treat me. That's how they grow their creepy hate mob that stalks me. Thank you, all love. Sherry, Lana, Sherry, Redhead, and Poppy. Hang on, I have a text. Thank you, all love. Sherry, Lana, Sherry, Redhead, and Poppy. So this is the best I've got. And the woman last night, unfortunately, because she's so new here, didn't understand that. She didn't understand that. That I can give her a full-blown layout of all of their tactics and the things the psychological manipulation they use, the angles they take to manipulate my co-host. With all of that, she still doesn't understand because, again, they build trust online. They stroke egos. They use a flattery. How do I explain? They use flattery. They take these people under their wing, but it's all in vain. It's not real. And they're doing it right now. Like, over on his side, I would argue they're probably saying, don't battle her. We aren't going to gift you if you battle her. By battling her, you're going to get dragged into a criminal investigation. These are all fear tactics. And if I go to his chat and look right now, they're over there saying, they're arguing with Andy right now. Andy's telling them off. Hold on. This is unique. Andy's telling them off. Thank you, Andy. They're gaslighting. They're discrediting all. They're obviously not liking the fact that I'm exposing them for stalking me. Thank you, Dylan. People who hate like half the streamers, countless reasons. You're perfect or you don't get brand deals. Wait, what? I think I'm in the middle of the argument. I don't really know what's going on. But this is unique. So if someone like Andy on my team calls them out for their psychotic behavior, they go crazy and they get very weakened and they start to break down. And that's when their lies start coming out. So, for example, the best example I can give here, their lies start coming out. So Andy said, I'm a normal guy. I was call a block. Like, get over the fact that you're being blocked. And this person said, we're stopping her from scamming. So the lies start to come out when people like Andy put them on the spot and give them heat. So for example, this account who said, we're stopping Adrielle from scamming. So this is also the same person who said, nobody gifts Adrielle, she gifts herself and cheats by creating fake accounts to gift herself. You see, they start to contradict themselves when you put them on the spot. So how is Adrielle scamming if all of her gifters are her? I thought you said that her kids were behind these accounts and Adrielle was cash apping her friends behind these accounts and it's all fake. So who's she scamming? You see, when they get weakened and broken down, when you start to call them out like I am and expose them for stalking me, they start to fumble. And they're fumbling right now. Andy, Dylan, all love, thank you. It's the same way if you call out Scientologists, they just close the doors. They're over here lying, saying that Don's going to be investigated. The app is Adrielle's under investigation. That's another common lie. And now they're just back on repeat. They're back on repeat. Dylan, what are you talking about? You said, why would Favorited want her? What do you mean by that, Dylan? Dylan, what does that mean? So yeah, it's just a bunch of stalkers who I have blocked who can't see me or hear me that are just like copying and pasting the same thing into every comment section of everyone I battle. And the truth is, it's a different Dylan. No, it's the same Dylan. I just don't really understand what he's saying. Because he said, wait, is it the same Dylan? Oh, it's Dylan with 2 E's. Okay, they're making fake Dylan accounts. Thank you, all love. Okay, they made a fake Dylan account. I see what they're doing now. They're stalkers. And they're weakened. They're exposed. And I'm exposing them. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So, there you go. They are very weak. It just proves how obsessed and mentally unwell they are. It proves that they harass people who support me. And it proves that they themselves are the harassers, not me. Yes. If they're going to such lengths to circumvent me blocking them by impersonating one of my friends, it proves that they'll catfish me. If Adrielle's this horrible person, why are you so obsessed with her and trying to impersonate Dylan? Okay? Yeah. And I've got to give it to Andy and Dylan. You guys seriously put them in major heat, and now they're starting to fumble really quick. Because at the end of the day, all criminals are dumb. That's why they're criminals. You've got to be pretty stupid to break the law. And it is a crime to harass someone electronically. And now, with that being said, my views are at 217. You might see them drop right now because I'm going to go through the viewers list and block people who are here for a bad reason. Thank you, all love, Andrea and Sherry. So I want all of you in my viewers list to say hi. so that you don't get blocked. Now 30 people just left. Okay. They're all running for the hills because they don't want to get blocked. They do not like getting blocked. Hi, Katie. Sequoia already said hi. They're going to get blocked. I'm going to be going through that viewers list in just a moment. They're like mice with a light, cockroaches with a light. Okay, I'm going through the viewers list. All right, Mandy, are you here? Who's Mandy? Mandy's been here the longest and has never said a peep. Okay, now this is how much power I have. This is how much power all of you have. They run. That weakness right there, where 30 of them run to avoid getting blocked, proves how fucking obsessed they are with me. That is their biggest weakness. They fucking run from me because they don't want to get blocked. Pluto, I don't know who you are. Okay, Minnesota girl. Okay, Mandy, unfortunately, you're blocked. You've been given 2 chances and you didn't say a peep. I know a lot of you are on my visual radar. I think you all love. It's those 30. Oh, look at, they keep dropping. You're all going to get blocked. Oh, this account already blocked me. Look at this. Look at this. They did it. That John Smith account. I can't block them. Eventually, the app is going to fix that. The Bill's Mafia account. So number 19 and number 27 on my viewers list joined my live stream and blocked me so I can't block them. That is how obsessed these people are with me. And the fact that like 30 of them just ran for the hills in itself proves that they're stalkers. Because again, if there's a girl who's getting stalked by a guy and he's creeping around her window at 2 o'clock in the morning and she turns the light on, he's going to run. These people are stalkers. It is crazy. They're going to keep running because I'm going through and I'm blocking. But a couple of them already blocked me. They're trying to circumvent being blocked. And look at them. Look at how Bill's Mafia dropped down and exited and came back. I see them. Oh, this girl I blocked 3 times now. Yesterday I blocked her twice. I'm not going to say names. She's blocked. Oh, I almost got one. All right, Tiffany. Yeah, the app has to fix the glitch. Are you here? Thank you, Frosty. Pluto, it's not you. Thank you, Pluto. I'm talking about the people who are here to stalk me. So, it's going to be difficult because of the ones who stalked me left. So then if I go like this and wait 5 minutes, 30 of them come back. Watch. Because they have a Discord. They're like, oh, she's blocking now. Leave. And then they're like, oh, go back now. She's back. She's not paying attention. It's fucking weird. Like, these people seriously are mental. They're mental, Pluto. They're mental. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you all, Love, Lemon, Sherry, Sequoia, Weird and Obsessed, Denise, Missy, and Christy. Well, I don't really have much else to say. Other than they're crazy, obsessed with stalking me. Like, they're straight stalkers. They've gotten away with it too long. There's a reason they keep repeating the same things. There's only truly like 100 of them copying and pasting the same thing to everyone I stream with, and it's all lies because they're obsessed. And I don't really know how else to pinpoint it and make it clear cut. Megs, you're blocked. They've wanted me to stay silent this whole time, and now they're exposed. If I remain silent like people like Meg who don't have a fucking clue suggest, that isolates me and silences me and makes everyone think that what they're doing is acceptable. So for those of you who actually think you have a fucking clue, guys, who's been watching this the whole time for at least like a year? Who sees the truth? Who understands that I'm doing the right thing? Comment yes. No, Denise, why? Thank you, Jenny. Oh. Thank you, Christy. Oh, no, I got rid of mods. Because I'm taking this one but head on. I'm blocking every single one of them. I don't need mods anymore because they're all getting blocked. No more timeouts. All love has been watching. No, it's not you, Denise. I don't need mods anymore. I'm blocking them. One by one. Thank you, all love. Yeah, Colette? Okay, thank you, Christy. No, I know. You're good. The ones on my radar are the ones who I see that have never commented. So, there's that. Thank you, Missy. You are not on my radar. Thank you, Christy. Sherry, that's because he has control over it, and he tells those trolls to kick rocks and blocks them. And that's what I'm doing now. I wish he would come over to favorite it. I really do. Yup. No bullshit. And right now, I think I'm going to call them out for real. Tiff, it's too late, man. I got you blocked already. Dylan, thank you. All right. So right now, we have a woman who's obsessed with me in my co-host chat. This woman has stalked down my mom, my friends, my family, my ex, and gotten into their DMs. She used to be my moderator on TikTok. She's over there, and she said, if you want to give her money, if you want to give your money away, donate to food banks or animal shelters, not here. So that woman is crazy. She talks on the phone to my mom. My niece graduated from college, and my mom went to visit for graduation. This woman doxed my cousin, my mom's niece, and stalked down all of my family members, by the way. Just saying. This woman has been watching me since 2022. She used to be my moderator, and she started blocking people who supported me because she became incredibly jealous. She's dangerous. She's hands down one of the most dangerous ones. She is obsessed with my live streams and anyone I stream with. Thank you, Dylan, Christy, and Missy. Yeah, it is nuts. She's obsessed with anyone, any friends, any family. She tries to message all of my people. You've probably gotten a message from her before. I would argue all of the people who stream with me have probably gotten a message from her before. She is a stalker. Okay, next. Let's move on. She's always like, report. This woman is crazy. I've had her blocked for years. Let's see. Yeah, they're just, yeah, they're just shit talking at this point. Right now they are harassing someone on my team who has a disability, so that speaks volumes on their character. They're over in the chat actively discriminating against someone, so I'm going to actually report that comment. That's evil. See how they do this to people? They make them feel devalued, harassing. And I'm not even going to repeat what they said. They're gaslighting Andy by calling me a gaslighter. They said anything I say will be to his detriment. And there they go with the scamming thing again. The crazy thing is all the people who have gifted me have never once said they were being scammed. These people are jealous, incredibly obsessed. They're in love with me. It's that simple. They have this unhealthy attachment to my online persona. I don't know who they are. They're very crazy. Like this person right here, I blocked her like 3 times yesterday. This is my 4th time blocking her. Thank you, Andy. It is parasocial stalking. Well, luckily, a lot of them are not in my city. They're like in Canada, all around like rural parts of America. I don't really know. There are a few of them in Pittsburgh, but the most they do is drive by my house and talk about my house. It's fucking weird, but when I was living in Jamestown, small town, that is where it got dangerous because the people in Jamestown were freaking insane. Yeah, Dylan. There were times where they learned that there's Airbnbs and hotels because I live in a tourist area. So they were like, we should all pitch in and rent the Airbnb by her house and invite her over for a barbecue because she doesn't know who we are. There was a moment in time where they did that. They said they were going to rent an Airbnb by my house and run into me to invite me over for drinks. Because again, I don't know what they look like. I don't know their names. So that is creepy. Oh, wow. Yeah, Duro. And they do it to emotionally manipulate you, to isolate me. But I'm calling them out and exposing them. Andy, Olive, Sherry, they are the predators of the internet. They are the dangerous ones. They are the scammers. Oh, they are such scammers. They've raised so much money by the numbers. So many of them have raised money and received altogether tens of thousands of dollars. If you were to add each instance up, they've all easily made tens of thousands of dollars. And that's like leaving out the people I stream with. There's so many streamers who have traded in their integrity to abuse me on streams and insult me, degrade beyond banter and roast battles for, fuck, man. I would argue these people have dropped over $1 million against me between the year of 2024 and 2025. Easily. Because in the year of 2024, they dropped more than I made, which means they had to have easily dropped against me $700,000 to $800,000. But there were more of them on TikTok. This year of 2025, they probably dropped against me close to $250,000. Which shows another aspect to this. They're not just emotionally invested in stalking me and tearing me down. They're also financially invested in stalking me and tearing me down. That's crazy. And if they really were this bad, why would they be using their money? You know, people who spend money on things that excite them. You know, I pay for stupid shit online. Like, I get subscriptions for things. Thank you, all love. You are blocked. How about this, okay? You said you're going to stop exposing my crap. There is no crap. I'm going to stop exposing your crap when you stop lying about me and take accountability for your actions, stalking me. How many times do I have to block you for you to get the message? No means no. Stay out of my chat. You're not welcome here anymore. You're not welcome here anymore. My people are welcome here. It's over. The days of your trolling, abuse, cyberbullying, harassment are over. They're over. You say, oh, I'll stop exposing you when you blah, blah, blah. You're going to take accountability. And you're going to be exposed. And I will not shut the fuck up. You understand me? You understand me? Nothing's going to shut me up. You try. I fucking dare you to try. Try to shut me up. I dare you, you stalker. I dare you. You're stalking me. You're stalking me. And I'll say it as loud as I want, as many times as I want, that you're a fucking stalker. And there's nothing you can do about it, and you will never be welcome in my chat again. You understand me? Now you sit there in my co-host chat and bitch and moan about it, but you're not going to shut me up. I don't give a fuck how many people you lie to, how many people you try to manipulate against me. You're never going to shut me up again. You understand? And eventually, I'll exhaust you motherfuckers so tirelessly, you'll be so sick of making new accounts that you'll shut the fuck up. Yeah. You sit there and be quiet. Thank you, Dylan, all love and lemon. They're not coming to my chat anymore. With that being said, the viewers list is back up by 30 people. So I'm going to be blocking people in the viewers list right now who are not here for a good reason. All right, let's see. Who's this? This account, homeboy. You're blocked. I've been monitoring the chat. If you're not active in my chat, you're blocked. Okay? All these people who actually think that they're not getting blocked cracks me up. You're all blocked. Get fucking used to it. You're not taking my power to block you away from me anytime soon. Okay. Going back, the viewers list is dropping again. There you go. All right, so Dylan, Christy, All Love, Missy, they're talking. They're active. Kellogg, you're on my radar. You've been in my live stream for a long time. You're at the top of the viewers list, which means you have the most concurrent watch time numbers. And you haven't said a single fucking thing. So, the next time I do a live viewers list check-in, if you still haven't written a comment, I'm blocking you. Sequoia, you're commenting. Liana, minimally commenting. Alpaca Bowl is a troll, and she's like, I don't understand her. I'm not blocking her, though. Jenny is here. Burley is here. Wolf AC is here. T. Pendergast, Sherry, Melon, Minnesota Girl, P. Howard. Don't really know where you stand, because you come in here and you chat sometimes, and you send some gifts. Go to my co-host chat and chat sometimes, entertain all that nonsense, send my co-host gifts. So you are on the radar. Rocky blocked me. Okay, so Rocky, next time, if the glitch is taken away, will be blocked. Darrow won't get blocked. Colette won't get blocked. Mona and Lexer will not. Caleb has me blocked. All right, so Caleb has me blocked, so I can't block him. Marciano is here, just here for me is here. Lemon is here. Tiff, I already blocked. I'm sorry. When I start my live stream over, you're not going to be able to see me anymore. Thank you, T. Pendergast. Maria is here. Okay, Weenus is blocked. That's obviously a brand new account. Soccer Mom is blocked. That's a brand new account. I see your accounts that you're creating. Bill's Mafia, again, has me blocked, so I can't block them. Rainbow Puppy, brand new account, blocked. All of your new accounts that you keep creating are getting blocked. Gigi Coco, blocked. Be in the habit of announcing your attendance when you watch my live streams. I don't care if you're a silent viewer. When you join my live stream, you will announce your attendance or you will get blocked. Because I have a photographic memory and I remember every single one of you who says hello. Check in periodically, because if I don't remember, which I'm pretty good at remembering, but if I don't remember that you said hi to me 3 days ago, which is very unlikely, you're going to get blocked. Okay. I remember seeing C-Train, Danderson, Redneck Girl, Redneck Girl already blocked me. Okay, there you go. Soupy, you're blocked. Who else is here? Hello again. Yeah, new account. Real funny. You're blocked. Bashavez, you're in here a lot every day. And you've tapped my screen. And you're going to have to announce your attendance. Snow Day has me blocked and Spiritual Journey is here. So I've seen all of you. Thank you so much. T. Pendergast, Andy, Dylan, Christy, All Love, Missy. Okay. All right. Announce your attendance or you get blocked. I check that viewers list periodically throughout the day. And when this app is done glitching out, okay, you're not going to be able to block me to watch me. You're not going to be able to block me to circumvent me blocking you. That's some crazy shit, man. The fact that they're blocking me to avoid me blocking them so they can... This is what they do, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what they do on YouTube, actually, because it's easier this way. I can show you on both YouTube and favorited apps, so you don't have to go to my YouTube. How can they watch when I'm blocked? I'm going to show you. Hi, Dabs. Okay, so... This is what they do. Thank you, All Love. This is what they do. And this is what Favorite App is working on fixing. All right. So, they joined my live stream. I wish I could, hold my phones up with, two hands. All right. They joined my live stream. And how do they do it? I don't know how they do it. They join my live stream and block me. Hang on. They do something to block me while I'm live. I see your comments, Redneck Girl. Oh, maybe they report me and then they have the option to block me after. Let's see if this works. Hang on. No. Doesn't give the option to block me. Maybe there's something else they do. They somehow do it. I don't know how they do it. And I'll show you how I know they're doing it. Because look, this is what they do. They join my live stream. Oh. You can't see it because I'm live on this phone. Guys, I have to show my YouTube. Hang on. I'll show you on my YouTube. All right, so this account, for example, Rocky. Rocky blocks me, and then I can't block them. So I'll make a quick video if you guys don't have my YouTube. So this is what they do. I'll make a quick video. So Rocky joins my live stream and somehow blocks me, so I can't block them. I don't know how they do it, but I'll show you the video. No, Lemon. They do some shady shit. Look. So they block me, so I can't block them. Let me play that one more time. They block me, so I can't block them when I'm live. I don't really understand it, but that's what they do. And then it goes on and on. They block me and watch from the watch page. No, that's wrong because they can't see me from the watch page if they block me. And even if they can, they wouldn't be a viewer. So, for example, if I have 100 viewers and Lemon watches me from the watch page, I have 100 viewers, not 101. If I have 100 viewers and 5 people watch me from the watch feed, I don't have 105 viewers, I have 100. Pretend I'm in a block dog waste. Okay, Dylan, thank you. And thank you, Spiritual Journey, C-Train, and Duro. Yeah, it's kind of complicated. I don't really understand how they do it, but they do it. They do something that involves blocking me so they can view my stream until they unblock. So here's the catch. So you see how Rocky still hasn't left? Okay? See how... I want you to see this. Well, why would Rocky stay if you're exposing him? So Rocky has to stay. Rocky can't go. Because if Rocky goes, he can no longer enter my stream without unblocking me, and then he would have to rejoin and block me and do it all over again. So Rocky stays. Rocky stays because if he leaves, he can't come back until he unblocks me, and then he has to come, and there's a chance that I can block him before he gets the chance to unblock me and rejoin my stream. That's what they do. Yeah. Yeah, Missy. Yeah, I don't really understand it either, but they figured it out, and there's like a handful of them who do it. That's why Rocky isn't leaving, because if he were to leave, he would have to unblock me, find my stream again, reblock me, and then be back in the viewers list. And in that span of time, like 1 minute, I have the opportunity to search up his handle and block him. You get what I'm saying? These people are real fucking stalkers. I'm not even exaggerating. They're like crazy. Like they go above and beyond to watch me and circumvent being blocked by me. So if you're watching me, if you're a streamer or if you're a viewer and you see 200 people bullying me and stalking me every day, just remember, if you scroll down to the bottom of my viewers list, I only have 55 viewers. Let me repeat that. Hang on, there's something outside. The truck, okay. Work truck. Just remember, if you're on Favorite App and you see I have of 230 people, okay? 230 people. I don't want 180 of them to be here because I have them blocked. The truth is, I only have 54 people watching me. So the truth is, if I go like this and disconnect, that number goes to 64. And all of the people who I have blocked harass me through my co-host, and I don't consent to that. Like the blanc carte or carte blanc. It's not okay. I have them blocked. They are stalking me through my co-host. So if I invite someone with 2 viewers, they're going to come back and harass me through my co-host. So here, hang on. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's invite this guy with 0 viewers. He has 0 viewers. If he accepts. I don't know if he's going to accept. Let's see who this is. 1 viewer. This person has 1 viewer. Okay. They're not accepting. I don't know who to invite. Let's see who this is. This guy has 0 viewers if he accepts. And you see that number stays relatively low because I have most of them blocked. Wow, nobody's accepting me. I don't know who they are though. Let's see if this girl accepts. She has 3 viewers. So I'm struggling right now to find a co-host. This person has 3 viewers. Let's see if he accepts. They'll flood the co-host side again. All of those people who I have blocked. But unfortunately, none of these people are accepting me. Let's see if this person with 1 viewer hits accept. Wow, nobody's accepting me. I don't know who they are though. This girl with 1 viewer, let's see if she accepts. Yeah, I give up. I'm trying my best, but if I were to invite someone and they have 0 viewers, the viewers will stay to 70 and then they'll go into their private group chat and say, she's battling this person with a username. That's where she is. That's what they do. Because they're all blocked. So a lot of people are like, oh, Adrielle, she's the one who always has like hundreds of viewers and like they're all like talking shit and being crazy. She must want that. She must like that. She must like make money off of that. No, I don't want that at all. These are people who stalk my family, who stalk my neighbors, who stalk my exes, who harass my support system, who harass anyone I stream with. No, I don't want them watching me. Okay? And that's the truth. But they're still over there with dog waste, so I might as well bring him back. And it'll just keep going on and on and on. All right. It's beyond that though. It's like hold on. It's not mob mentality. It's abusive people that all happen to meet each other, that all have that in common. I've got to say though, my live stream is going to end soon on YouTube because my phone is dying. So I'm going to charge my phone on YouTube. Actually, guys, I'm going to have to wrap up the YouTube. I got everything I needed to say in today. There were 2,176 of you here. Thank you for the memberships and super chats and gifts. Thank you, Leslie, Andy, April, Erica,